Oh, that was so wonderful. Okay, awesome. Hi, guys. Oh, I can hear me. That's what would I sound like? Jeez. Sorry, I mute myself so I can't hear myself. Hey, let me switch scenes. I believe this is the correct scene to switch to. Fingers crossed. Hi. Where are you? You're in the It Gets Better channel. They're fantastic. They're a fantastic organization. I highly recommend you follow them. Hi, I'm Dad. I'm a variety streamer and It Gets Better ambassador. Today we're doing something a little bit Halloweeny, a little bit ooky spooky. We're gonna be doing a little bit of a ooka spooka Halloween ooka dooka babadook ooka gooka. We're just gonna be talking why the LGBTQIA plus community loves horror. You know, horror movies, horror games, all that. I have set together a presentation. How about we do a game of DBD first before that, just to get like all nice and warmed up? Yeah, sound good, I hope. Hope it sounds good. Better sound good. Can you guys hear the... Ooh. Can you guys hear the game? All good? Yes? Yes, no, maybe so. Do I sound like a thing? Do I sound like a person, a human person? My wife, hi! How's it going? How's it going, guys? So tonight we're just chilling with DBD. And I think after this game of DBD, we're gonna go straight in to watch the presentation I put together for you guys today. So it's gonna be fun. My question to you guys: do you like horror? If so, why? If not, please, I'd love to know. I'd love to know why. Hi, hey, hi. Also, guys, if you want to catch wonderful content creators over on this channel, there's so many, a lot that you know very well, including, and not limited to, Deer, our wonderful resident Deer. Highly recommended you follow here. I do believe I'll be live again in just over a week with some Sunhaven, give or take. So that'll be fun. We're just gonna be vibing. We're just gonna be vibing. Be cute. It's great to see you guys. I'm so happy you're all here. Let's ready up. Let's do this. I've already readied up, by the way. And maybe we'll turn on some music, and we're also gonna block out... I mean the menu music, of course. We're also gonna block out any names that could potentially be rough names, okay? This is DBD. This is DBD. No one said if they liked horror or not. Why do you guys like horror? Shaney's been known to dabble in horror. That's true. That I know for a fact. We do? Surprise, shocked. You like thrillers more than horror? Have you seen a great thriller I'd like to recommend to you is Swarm. It's on Amazon Prime Video. It's a fantastic, like, dark comedy, thriller, drama, suspense. Not quite horror, though. Not quite the horror territory. Horror is scary. There's a few reasons why I agree and disagree with that. I think there's more to it than it just being scary. I will elaborate in my wonderful essay that I put together for you guys. Hope you'll enjoy it very much. Hi, Frumpy. Good to see you. How's it going? How's life? But I scared? Don't be scared. Urgent care? I feel that. Mood? I feel that. You love camp. Yes. Horror and camp. I don't think I dig deep enough into why horror and camp is such a good thing. Like a good combination, and why we gravitate towards it so much. I've heard in the new American Horror Story season, the killers are like running around in like stiletto heels, which is fantastic. Megan was a lot of fun. I watched that on the plane. Finally. I was late to watch it, but... You got surprise work from home today? Congratulations. Is that Malif? Yes, it is. Hi, Malif. I'm once again using dark mode. While we're here, can I get, even if you don't like horror so much, what's your favorite horror that you have watched? What is your favorite horror? Like, if you were to go and watch something and it was a horror, what would you pick? What would you recommend, even? Mean Girls is not a horror. It has aged horrifically, but you think it's a combination of strong women as final girls, the outcast relatability, and the inherent theatric. Thank you, Shani. Oh, you're gonna... Shani's giving away essay talking points. How dare. Would The Purge work? I actually haven't seen The Purge. Is it good? Is that a slasher? It's giving me slasher vibes. I know there's multiple Purge. Purge-I. You love The Purge? I, like, when it comes to, like, slashers, I don't know if Purge is a slasher, but... A whole dissertation? I love that. If you feel you have a dissertation about, like, horror stuff, please, go ahead. Welcome in Apollo. How's it going? Guys, if you don't follow It Gets Better, make sure you follow It Gets Better. Support these wonderful content creators. This wonderful organization who's given me opportunities. Just for having the audacity to reach out and be like, hi, hey. They're fantastic. They're fantastic to collaborate with. They have made my year multiple times, I promise you. I remember the first It Gets Better stream we did was talking about the various flags of our community and then trying to make them in Disney Dreamlight Valley to mixed success rates. And then we talked about Gay Day at Disney parks, which was also really fun. Not all horrors need killers? I agree. I agree. Not all horror movies need death. There's so many facets to, like, what a horror movie is capable of. Talk about horror cinema. I know. Shani, you should apply. You should apply so we can have you on as a guest. And we can totally talk. For hours. Just a cheeky couple of hours. You made it, Leisha. Welcome in. Hello. How's it going? Just have one of our... Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's a plague. Who here has played Dead by Daylight? Can I get a show of hands? That should be everyone in chat right now. It should be all of you. I met all of you through Dead by Daylight, so I know. I know for a fact. Technically, yes, for 10 minutes. You've played it about a total of 3 times, that's still more than 0 times. Think about it. Who was the tall lady vomiting on people? That is Plague. The Plague. I don't remember what her real name is. But I think she's one of the more empathetic killers that Dead by Daylight has put together. Plagua. Plagua. Yeah. Brandon. Hi. Just want to say hi to Brandon. Gonna reassure them as soon as we can. Not to be confused with Pluck. I feel like Plague embodies little things like Pluck as well. Probably didn't need to do all that. You know, when I was at TwitchCon, a lot of favorite horror films that would come up, a lot of answers, whenever they were asked, what's your favorite horror film, a lot of people would answer Scream. How do you feel about Scream? The OG one, the OG Scream. Ruiroa. You've never watched Scream? Oh, I highly recommend it. Especially, it should be pretty readily accessible if you have, like, most streaming services, I think, have Scream. I think Netflix doesn't have Scream. I think they have the Scream reboot. Or the continuation that's just called Scream. Whoops. It's a nice escape from real-life stress. Yeah. We will cover that in a second. I'm so excited! You guys, a lot of you have seen the sort of the bare bones, non-structured version I made for Pride Month. This is a more coherent, complete version that I put together just for you guys. And the It Gets Better project community. Deliciously. Tastily. Also, I struggle to see notifications on here, so I'm so sorry if I don't catch any follows or anything. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to use ModView. I'm not very talented. Where's a generator? Oh, up here. No. Not there. Exactly. Or it may sort of like trigger feelings of, you know, having seen stuff like that. What a goopy goblin. Great outfit though. See, it's like, it's stuff like this where there is a bit of camp. Just the video gaminess of it all is... Processing trauma, yeah. For me, a movie that I look to, that I think is a wonderful allegory for most of the stuff I've experienced in my post-traumatic stress disorder. Both being the victim and experience what it's like to have bystanders and have, you know, trauma return tenfold, having to really like face it head on. To really like get through the worst of it. The Ritual. The Ritual is a fantastic movie for that, in my opinion. Very confrontational though. Very confrontational. If you're not ready for themes like that. Also, it's very scary. It's a slow burn. How do we feel about... Do you guys like slow burn horror films? I'm talking like the It Part 1 and 2 movies. You prefer a slow burn? So you're a big fan of, like... I guess, no, Fargo's not a... Fargo's definitely not a horror. It is a slow burn, though. Gore is not your thing. What if it's really well done? I kind of agree, though. The Silent Hill movie adaptation, the first one, the decent one. I tried. The only scenes I don't really like in that first Silent Hill film is the Pyramid Head, like, rip apart sequence. I hated that. And the church sequence. The church sequence is... It kills the vibe for me. They didn't focus on... I agree. Pearl and X. I'm married! No, I feel like Pearl really focuses on the psychology of it all. Shall we have our first viewing? And if you guys hate it, we won't view it again. I get to sort of stand back from the camera while you guys watch this. Please enjoy it. Let me know if it's too quiet. I will endeavor to be a better person in the next life. Alright guys, enjoy. Feel free to make any comments as you see them during your viewing. I'm gonna make sure I have it on here, just so I can see what's happening. This should be fun. Let me know your thoughts. It should be fun. And if it's not fun, dang. Dang, again. Alright guys, enjoy. This is a little thing I put together called... I mean, it's one of the some of the many reasons why, of course, it's only like a starter. There's so much more to it than what's in this essay. Called Why the LGBTQIA Plus Community Loves Horror. Enjoy. Enjoy. Goodbye now. The horror genre and the queer community couldn't be a better official couple success story. Can't have one without the other.
Oh no you don't, honey!
Michael Myers is on a second bowl of alphabet soup before committing to a gory one-shot montage, while Carolyn makes goose sounds in a sfinty way. The fit is so smooth, just like in your favorite fanfiction, or that one Ghostface. It's in this particular rainbow, culturally, commonly, expectedly, so much more than its ability to provide excitement or adrenaline from the jump scare. Let's briefly explore that together, the jump scare too. Yeah, it's somewhere. Will it be during a long pause, or will it be thrown at you mid-sentence? The horror genre is inherently queer-coded, be it through the themes we can immediately associate with societal taboo, camp elements giving it lifeblood, and meme sustainability, the allowance to say, good for her, when she probably shouldn't be doing that.
I'm married!
The uncomfortable hypergore, or personifications of traumatic disadvantage a lot of people under the LGBTQIA+ umbrella face. What's behind the door? The LGBTQIA+ community lives with some form of that dread, even on a really good day. Speaking of lives, Final Girl, what the media really loves is a sole survivor. Girly pop, icon, outfit, serving. She might be a little bit different. She might just be trying to get home after a rough day. Breaking a time loop. This is all queer-coded, believe it or not. Whether it's perceived as a symbol of feminine empowerment or a victim evading regressive attitudes, there is typically resolution in catharsis, even with a twist ending or a sequel. This resonates. Be it the big bad or the hero, this is all entertainment. Horror gaming is in fact another form of entertainment.
That's Danny.
Which can, in fact, include everything we've brought up so far, and then some. Examples such as any Resident Evil.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
And even more recent entries such as any Resident Evil.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
Illustrate this perfectly. But when speaking horror gaming, We also factor in classic video game-isms like player immersion, co-op availability, and player versus player. Who's playing games like League of Legends and Overwatch 2 after 1 AM? If you're not a uni student doing this, you're probably a little bit LGBTQIA+.
Back on the topic of horror gaming, instead of reading you to boots filth the house boots down the house of boots, that's your house, the boots house boots.
Watching others react to these situations is now more readily accessible than ever. The world of streaming, seeing others get jump scared like you did moments ago, approach a puzzle in a way you wouldn't, speedrun entire games that took you hours and minutes, or even play a game you're too scared to touch. It all has that potential to be cathartic and exciting. And since we're on that conversation, Dead by Daylight, love it or hate it, you're definitely playing it. Dead by Daylight is a simple concept. 4 versus 1, player versus player. The survivors are tasked with the main objective, which is to power up generators for a climactic escape, just like in the movies. The unknown threat, or killer, has to perform the act of sacrificing said survivors to appease the entity. The survivors are all archetypes based on characters you'd see die in a horror film. The builder, the fighter, the racist. Steve. It's the same with killers, some taking inspirations from classics to the actual classics. Dead by Daylight is this interesting LGBTQ+ situation where it's actually a common occurrence to just be grouped up with or go against someone who knows the importance and impact of Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. I've yet to experience another game with that kind of drop-in
Hi, gay.
encounter. Or a drag entertainer who hasn't played at least 1,000 hours of it and doesn't like Fireball. Even when it came to my own streamer journey. Whoopsie, what was that? I quit. Before I was drowning my plants in Fae Farm or dredging the depths in Game of the Year Dredge, Dead by Daylight is how I managed to meet some presently very near and dear friends of mine, all part of the rainbow. But why bring all this up? Well, I think horror is often a relatable escape, a community event, a Friday night we can all look forward to, the thing that sparks interest in the month of October, Halloween costume plans, an inclusive pastime, a common space and discussion of leisure for the adult queer community that is alcohol optional. Maybe the reason why it resonates so closely with the LGBTQIA+ community is because at its center, it's this thing that was made for all of us over years spanning before we were born. This shared experience where we find ways to let off steam from the emotional baggage of just being able to exist as our most authentic selves. Hey, welcome back, guys. How'd that go? How'd you go? How was that? Did you enjoy that? Was that coherent? Thoughts. We need thoughts. I guess we can watch that again whenever I need like a 5 or 6 minute break, you know? That's great. It's fun to watch again. It was great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm very glad you enjoyed it. I had a blast putting it together. That's my favorite Kylie Minogue music video. That was kind of like... That was my bisexual awakening. One of the many bisexual awakenings. Another bisexual awakening aspect. There were so many aspects to my Jesper Hale. Alice Cullen. What's wrong with me? The jump scares? Oh, there was no jump scares. There was no jump scares. I would never put jump scares in there. I just like the idea of them. There maybe being a jump scare. Because I feel like, you know, that's debilitating enough. Just the, like, the anticipation. Oh, me getting jump scared. Thank you. Thank you very much. Gwen Stefani tried so hard to awaken bisexuality within you? Really? Interesting. It was a good documentary. Thank you, I had fun putting it together. Thank you, Shani. My favorite little gag was the Resident Evil bit. I was like editing it and I'm like, I could just repeat this and it'll work and it'd make sense. So I used the exact sound clip as well. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, we'll watch that, like, I don't know, every hour, every half an hour. I'm not sure. I don't know these things. I'm just a little guy, okay? It's very silly and good. Thank you. That means a lot. So I'm just gonna probably put on a little bit of sprucey touches and touches-ups, and then I obviously have to very kindly ask Deer, can I keep the Deer bit in? And then hopefully put it up everywhere. So. Oh, what is this Yunjin cosmetic? Oh my goodness. I love the hair. Just woke up after a night of having it hairsprayed. What was the jump scare? There wasn't any. Near and dear, thank you. I'm glad you like that. Glad you like that. But yeah, no, I feel a lot about this topic. Obviously, that's only covering like certain things. Like, there's so much, especially to like horror video gaming, especially. But like, yeah, no, I consider horror, at least as a viewer, I don't really play horror games because they're a bit too scary, just immersion-wise. I find horror very fun to just swim in, you know? To watch, to get excited about. Especially bad horror movies. Like, I love a bad horror movie. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got corrupt intervention. Who's the killer? Well, this is a good gen. Smart. Do you reckon it's Michael Myers? I can't even play not VR Visage, it would never happen. I struggled to get through the introduction of Visage, let alone the tutorial room. Dark Pictures Anthology? I have played the Summit one. What is it, Dark Summit? No, that's a snowboarding game. Ora! Oh, it's Hag! I love the build-up to... I hate the chase music, I love the build-up to the chase music. It is so... extremely Silent Hill. And then the chase music is like... and then I hate it. But until then... Go Star. You were there the whole 5 minutes? Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. How we feeling, chat? Do you have a favorite horror game? Mine is, you probably already know mine. I know it's not like a really horror game, but I really like Dredge, and I really like Faith the Unholy Trinity. Those are my favorites. As a spectator, as a viewer, Silent Hill 3, one of my favorite things ever. I can recite that entire script. Who cares? I feel like, especially like during spooky season. You're currently playing Dredge. The beginning is very peaceful. The game picks up as it goes. Welcome in, Noodles. How's it going? How's things? Her side is the Little Mermaid. Oh, wow. I think my first Disney film was the Dalmatians, 101 Dalmatians. I used to get scared with the boat horn that was like... Are you feeling unwell? Are you okay? Also, can we keep the language? Nice. Thank you. On repeat for a year? Oh wow, no thank you. That from me, my sister's film was, that was Thumbelina. Oh. Do you know how much that movie drags? Also, stream's not too loud, is it? Should be fine. Love my voice? I try to love my voice. Volume's perfect too? Okay, awesome. That's all that matters then, eh? Oh. They got a lot of gens done. Did I do gens? I don't think I did gens. Slow but nice. Fantastic. That's all that matters then. I run. This is a bad idea. That's a really cool skin. Is that recent? I haven't seen that one. It's very like Sylvari. Like Guild Wars 2 Sylvari. But scary. Like I could totally make that in Guild Wars 2, but like clean and pristine. A few months ago, sounds about right for a hag skin rollout. There's a purple fairy skin? Oh, I don't know these things. I'm so sorry. Is there a recolor of Jonah's beanie? Because I want it. Oh yeah, Claudette's got like a fairy skin too. I saw Adam using it yesterday. Had like little wings. Hi Rainy Nights, welcome in, how's it going? How's things? How are you? Rainy and Noodles. Rainy and Noodles. What's your favorite horror? Could be a game, could be a movie. I would love to know. Oh, did I just 3-gen us? I feel like that was intentionally 99'd. Oh dear. Welcome in, funky friends, to the It Gets Better Project channel, where we're talking LGBTQIA Loves Horror in all of its wonderful gloriousness. Oh, there's a gen right there. Sorry, not used to seeing a gen in here. Oh, she's a bit rotten. You like playing horror games? I don't like playing horror games. I'm the opposite. I love horror movies. It's so spicy. What if you were to recommend one above all others? There we go. Like, for example, for horror games, if you're very okay with, like, religious confrontation, I would say Faith, the Unholy Trinity. Specifically Chapter 2 and 3. Amazing. Are horror movies... Oh, I would say shared. Absolutely shared. Especially if it's a bad horror film. Because then you can both laugh about things. And when it's a scary horror film, you have your support network. I will say though, I watched Hereditary by myself. I've only seen the movie once. The car scene. Oh. It's a bit too much for me. I actually yelped. I have never yelped in a horror film before from watching. But I yelped. Oh, Rainy Nights, isn't that wild? My nan used to do weird stuff like that too. You prefer the games, really? Interesting. I think it's the headphones and the dark room, and the fact that you have like full player control, which is why I don't like really playing horror games. We need to find a gem. Generator. There's a generator. There's a generator. Oh, with stream it works? That's fair. I think they made... Like, if I was streaming back in the day when I played Resident Evil Village for the first time... So my whole thing with Resident Evil Village is that I'm very sheepish. But I wanted to play Resident Evil Village because Domitresk. Vampires are really cool. I just wanted to experience Village. So what ended up happening, I don't know if anyone's played Resident Evil Village, but the second area is called the House Beneviento. And, oh wow. Oh wow. It's wild. Maybe a bit too much for me. It wasn't the dolls, no, it was the, I thought that at first, Ghost, but the more I think about it, I think Domitresk spent just the right amount of time. Well, can you hook me, please? I don't know why the killer's just so keen on slugging. It's 2 AM in the morning. Yeah, House Beneviento. You know, the chase sequence, when that started, I had to pause. And I couldn't unpause. I was so scared I couldn't unpause, because I just don't do well with that stuff. So what ended up happening, I was like, I think I need a refund for this game, because I can't do anything else. I can't move on from this. And, what ended up happening is that someone... I wasn't on Twitch yet. I had an account. I wasn't on Twitch yet. Someone happened to be streaming Resident Evil Village, and they were up to House Beneviento at the time. So I got to watch them go through the entire section. I'm like, I want to know what happens when. I need to know. if I want to get through here, I have to spoil this entire section for myself. I'm not mad. It did its thing. I played the rest of the game blind. It was nice. But yeah, Domitrescu was fantastic. Every scene stealer. So good. Her hat was worth it. Oh, her hat was so good. And the way that the dress draped, oh my goodness. So good. So good. Hi, it gets better. How's it going? Everyone say hi to It Gets Better. How's it going? Just having a camp little time here. Guys, if you're keen, I would like to rewatch the essay when the clock strikes 2 here. I think that would be fun. Well, I get scolded. Yeah, I was worried because I wasn't officially rescheduled in. I was like, let's just... I want to do right by you guys, so I'll just go by the time that was set. Fingers crossed, no issues. So far, so good. As once again, please consider very much, if I rated you in here, or if you're new, please follow this channel. They're spectacular. They do all sorts of amazing queer content, and charity work, all that kind of fantastic stuff. Like today's topic, I know you guys are having a little bit of fun talking horror, especially around Halloween time. Are you guys going to do anything during Halloween? Are we getting costumed up? Remember, keep it safe for work. Yesterday I was a cool zombie. I don't think I took photos. I think I took a screenshot. I'll find a screenshot of it. 1 second. Give me a moment. Give us a moment. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, this was me on Halloween. I was a cool zombie guy. Just a cool zombie guy. It's fun. My skin's quite averse to makeup, so I do it very rarely. So much fun. Oh, it's an Amanda! Oh my god. Here's me being vulnerable with you guys. When it comes to horror movies, I haven't seen any Saw film. I haven't seen nothing. No Saw. Not Saw 1, not Saw X. None of it. You saw part of Saw 1? The only thing I know about Saw is from Dead by Daylight. So... not your thing? Yeah, it seems very hyper-gory, right? There's a scene in 2 you can't watch. That reminds me, in episode 1 of Coven, there's a scene I can't watch. American Horror Story. Coven just scene that I have to look away from. Just the way that it's filmed is like just very triggering, I would say. You've only seen season 1? I mean, I'm so out of date. I haven't watched American Horror Story since Ruddy, I would say Freak Show. Back in the day. Season 4. With the Lana Del Rey cover, the Jessica Lange Lana Del Rey cover is so good. Again, that's when the camp happened, so like I was able to appreciate season 4 for that kind of stuff, where it just didn't take itself so seriously in all of its absurdity. And was like, here's a musical number. The New York season was amazing, haven't seen it. I haven't even seen Roanoke. I've heard Roanoke's a really good time. But Roanoke has to be binge-watched from start to finish, not week by week if you want to enjoy it. Shaney, if you're there, what would you say about the New York season? Shaney is very specific about, like, their horror consumption. You watched 30 minutes and turned it up. Oh, God. Oh! You know my thing! Well, I don't know they know my thing. Okay. Yui Kimura. Thank you, Angel. Oh, Fong just decided to fall to the bear traps. Delicious. Yeah, like they're like weightless featherweight. I know this is Dolthai's favorite killer. My favorite killer is the Knight. Because I have a type. Not to play. Don't like playing the Knight at all. But then again, I don't really like playing killers, so... Oh, this is a terrible place to run. Oh, there's a pallet there. Maybe we can do something with that. Darn. No, rainy nights are so fine. I'm sorry that I can't quite catch those notifications. I'm really bad with technology, but thank you for following. They put some very fun stuff out on this channel. But of course, please rest. If you have the capacity to rest, make sure you drink water. I've got my cup of water here. Bless them. And I reckon after this match, we'll have another viewing of ye old video essay of super funness. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as second time. I actually really like this cosmetic on... It's just the beanie. The beanie I hate. And it's her default. Ugh. Love Uka Spooka. I think if I would have to, like, boil it down, my favorite kind of horror is, like, not actually the scary kind. It's like Muppets. Like Haunted Mansion Muppets, like, not scary at all. But, like, in that universe. So, like, taking assets from horror, but not actually being horror, per se. Which I guess sounds a little nonsensical, considering how much I've talked about how much I love horror. And some of my favorite horrors, like The Ritual. And most recently watched Fall of the House of Usher, not for the faint of heart. Very graphic. And it keeps escalating as you continue. Relive this palette because we're struggling to do actual generators. Very good, very good. My Friendly Neighborhood? What is My Friendly Neighborhood? I think... C-Dub, you were playing that the other day, right? Or was that My Friendly Neighbor? Is that something else? You're sad it's gonna be over? It's so good, right? Those revelations. What did you think about the Telltale Heart episode, without spoiling it for others? Oh, I know the game. Yes, yes, and it takes a lot of inspiration from, like, Resident Evil, right? I know the one. Yeah. I want to play that one. I think I could stomach play that one. I watched Deer play it. I watched Buff Boy play it. Watched a lot of his play it. I'm pretty sure I watched Holly play it. I believe they were former It Gets Better ambassador. Me either. I was on the plane watching it on the way home. This old lady next to me had to watch me, like, retch. Like lean forward, me, like... trying not to, like, go, whoa! Trying to behave in my silence. It was a good time. And then with the next episode... Was the next episode the Mirror episode? Tamerlane's episode. We head this way. Got a feeling she did something, but not that. Oh, there's no pallets anywhere. We're going down. Oh! We're alive! That looked intentional. That was unintentional. Darn. Ooh. One second, one second, one second. Fantastic. Alright, let's vibe for a couple of minutes. I need to spend some points. I'm at the point cap anyway. And then we will turn on the video essay again, so I can go refill my water. I'm going to finish it right now. You guys can enjoy one of many rewatches. I think we'll do them hourly. Hourly seems to work. When I was younger, Resident Evil Watch. They'll do it. And I won't have to do with time, it'll be like The Watch. Raccoon City Police Watch. Excuse me. Bit under the weather today. Thank you for being very patient with me. I very much appreciate it. Also, we're almost Prestige 50. I've seen higher level Jonas, but like only one. So... Do you guys know your first horror movie? A question that I was asked the other day when I was on the vodcast with Just Ryan. Another wonderful content creator. Which one's that called? What's that one called? Never-ending Story? No, that's not what that stands for. No one... Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street! No! No, because I saw Jurassic Park at about, what was it, like 4 or 6 years old? I didn't want to, but, you know, my parents couldn't do anything but take me everywhere with them. And I was hiding under the cinema seats for most of the film. But an actual horror film? Oh yeah, the was it the quicksand? It was quicksand, right? Horror elements. That's another thing to think about. Horror elements and non-horror things. There's this wonderful... I could play it, but one, it's not my own content, and two, I believe there's a swear or 3, and I'd rather not swear on this channel. But it's another fantastic content creator. They do very, I would say, unhinged deep dives. And one of the horror things in a non-horror game they bring up is I think it's Big Boo's Haunt in Super Mario 64. And it's the piano jump scare. Just like the lone piano in the corner of the room. If you approach it, it starts going, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Which isn't nice. That's not a good time. Alright guys, we're gonna have a second viewing of the LGBTQIA Plus community loves horror. Please enjoy. Feel free to ask any questions, feel free to input anything you already haven't. I know a lot of you here have already watched it, but here we go. Here we go.
The horror genre and the queer community couldn't be a better official couple success story. Can't have one without the other.
Oh no you don't, honey!
Michael Myers is on a second bowl of alphabet soup before committing to a gory one-shot montage, while Carolyn makes goose sounds in a sfinty way. The fit is so smooth, just like in your favorite fanfiction, or that one Ghostface. It's in this particular rainbow, culturally, commonly, expectedly, so much more than its ability to provide excitement or adrenaline from the jump scare. Let's briefly explore that together, the jump scare too. Yeah, it's somewhere. Will it be during a long pause, or will it be thrown at you mid-sentence? The horror genre is inherently queer-coded, be it through the themes we can immediately associate with societal taboo, camp elements giving it lifeblood, and meme sustainability, the allowance to say, good for her, when she probably shouldn't be doing that. The uncomfortable hypergore, or personifications of traumatic disadvantage a lot of people under the LGBTQIA+ umbrella face. What's behind the door? The LGBTQIA+ community lives with some form of that dread, even on a really good day. Speaking of lives, Final Girl, what the media really loves is a sole survivor. Girly pop, icon, outfit, serving. She might be a little bit different. She might just be trying to get home after a rough day. Breaking a time loop. This is all queer-coded, believe it or not. Whether it's perceived as a symbol of feminine empowerment or a victim evading regressive attitudes, there is typically resolution in catharsis, even with a twist ending or a sequel. This resonates. Be it the big bad or the hero, this is all entertainment. Horror gaming is in fact another form of entertainment.
That's Danny.
Which can, in fact, include everything we've brought up so far, and then some. Examples such as any Resident Evil,
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
and even more recent entries such as any Resident Evil,
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
illustrate this perfectly. But when speaking horror gaming, we also factor in classic video gameisms like player immersion, co-op availability, and player versus player. Who's playing games like League of Legends and Overwatch 2 after 1 AM? If you're not a uni student doing this, you're probably a little bit LGBTQIA+.
Back on the topic of horror gaming, instead of reading you to boots filth the house boots down the house of boots, that's your house, the boots house boots.
Watching others react to these situations is now more readily accessible than ever. The world of streaming, seeing others get jump scared like you did moments ago, approach a puzzle in a way you wouldn't, speedrun entire games that took you hours in minutes, or even play a game you're too scared to touch. It all has the potential to be cathartic and exciting. And since we're on that conversation, Dead by Daylight, love it or hate it, you're definitely playing it. Dead by Daylight is a simple concept. 4 versus 1, player versus player. The survivors are tasked with the main objective, which is to power up generators for a climactic escape, just like in the movies. The unknown threat or killer has to perform the act of sacrificing said survivors to appease the entity. The survivors are all archetypes based on characters you'd see die in a horror film. The builder, the fighter, the racist. Steve. It's the same with killers, some taking inspirations from classics to the actual classics. Dead by Daylight is this interesting LGBTQ+ situation where it's actually a common occurrence to just be grouped up with or go against someone who knows the importance and impact of Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. I've yet to experience another game with that kind of drop-in
Hi, gay.
encounter. Or a drag entertainer who hasn't played at least 1,000 hours of it and doesn't like Fireball. Even when it came to my own streamer journey. Whoopsie, what was that? I quit. Before I was drowning my plants in Fae Farm or judging the depths in Game of the Year Dredge, Dead by Daylight is how I managed to meet some presently very near and dear friends of mine, all part of the rainbow. But why bring all this up? Well, I think horror is often a relatable escape, a community event, a Friday night we can all look forward to, the thing that sparks interest in the month of October, Halloween costume plans, an inclusive pastime, a common space and discussion of leisure for the adult queer community that is alcohol optional. Maybe the reason why it resonates so closely with the LGBTQIA+ community is because at its center, it's this thing that was made for all of us over years spanning before we were born. This shared experience where we find ways to let off steam from the emotional baggage of just being able to exist as our most authentic selves.
Welcome back, everybody. How are we feeling? Alec Meal, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. You loved it? Yay! I tried my best. Probably could have done better. Glad you enjoyed it, or it seemed to. That was so fun. Thank you. We'll be watching it again. Maybe in an hour from now, I think. Boots the House Boots. Yes, that was fun. One of my favorite things is hearing text-to-speech Brian say things. So funny. Yeah, I used all of the special. I recorded on my my audio recording software, which is, you know, a step above this thing. Made sure most of the echo and stuff was gone, etc. Blah 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 blah. Fun little script. That was my thing. When it came to Twitch, Twitch is where I was blessed with the community first. But I love editing, because what used to happen until I started talking like every day on Twitch for long amounts of time, I used to really struggle with sometimes vocalizing, like word comprehension, I believe is what it's called, word comprehension, like verbal comprehension. It's a symptom of not dissimilar to very, very minor symptoms of like aphasia, which is not nice to think about. Hi, Hardcore Sense. You liked it? Thank you. We'll watch it again in an hour, I reckon. Until then, a little bit more DVD. Hardcore, what's your favorite horror? Alec, what's your favorite horror, actually? I'm gonna regret that. I love a green medkit. Excuse me. Oh my. The whole Annabelle series? Oh my god, Lady Lay dislikes that one. I'm like, would I like the Annabelle films? Lady's like, no. I'm like, what about Conjuring? No. None? No. Okay. That's my experience with that. Doo 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 doo. I love these like ghost noises playing in the background of DBD at the moment, because it reminds me so much of the Scooby-Doo roller coaster that they used to have in Movie World. They still have it, but they've ruined it with like CGI, and they've taken all the practical animatronic stuff out. And also, I'm just too tall for the ride now. If you're a certain height and you go on the Scooby-Doo coaster, the bar digs into your stomach, so when there's a sudden stop, which I believe happens twice, it will wind you. It's not very pleasant, at all. But I used to love the Cube because it sounded like that. And I'm like, that in aircon? That's lovely to me. Commap, usually around this time, comes out with like cheeky little Halloween soundscapes. I know they have Edgar Allan Poe's library. I think I just call it Poe's library. There's like, I think it's like Gothic graveyard. Which is fine. It sounds fine until you start hearing the wind chiming eerily. And also there's an occasional swinging rusty gate, which isn't nice. And then just a random footstep every now and then. It's terrifying. And then they have like the more sci-fi horror soundscapes, like Starship control room. It's, yeah. You saw the new Exorcist? How is it? I haven't seen any Exorcist films. Oh, no, I've seen the original ones. Ah, dear. Was good. I want to see it. I kind of want to catch it in cinemas, but I live so far away. I don't think that would, I don't think that would happen for me. I swear this map has no pallets. Darn. Nun 2 was it? Interesting, that's fascinating. Ooh, we gotta dash for it. That's a tricky one. Oh no! You take a small nap. Shani, have a beautiful sleep. If I don't see you tonight, I might see you later. Over back on our channel. Now, over on my channel, we've been talking about my poor time management in Vegas. I was meant to meet Mia in Vegas, face to face for the first time. I gotta sneeze. Didn't end up happening, unfortunately, due to mismanagement of my own time. And cornbread rescheduling the flight, kind of just throwing off my Emperor's Groove. I'm so glad it happened in the order it did in the end, but oof. It was a rough day, that one day. Whoa, what perk is that? I remember it, but I don't remember it. Ooh. Did I get sick while I was there? Yes. I thought it might be like the worst case scenario. Because I haven't had it yet. Turns out so far, more cold and flu. I've been testing negative daily, which is nice. But when I get sick, I get sick. Like, when I get sick, due to, you know, just poor genes. Just poor genes from my mom and pa. I get really sick. So I require multiple inhalers, specialist inhalers. Or more. To sort of survive through the night, which is not pleasant. But you know, we all have our weaknesses. My weaknesses is as soon as I'm sick, it's bad. Like, it's really bad. But that's always been a thing. Like, when I was a wee baby, I used to have really bad asthma up until I was like 4 years old. And you know, it's returned as an adult, which is not good. And especially where I'm living, which is the countryside. And that Australia has some like weird planting situations. Hay fever. Hay fever can happen around this time of year. So I miss winter. I tell you what. But we like to have fun. like to have fun here, so could be worse. Very blessed that, you know, I have a work from home gig at the moment and also streaming, so I don't need to be going outside. And like, it's just really nice to know that I can present fun little topics that just happen to land around Halloween and are things that I'm very interested in. And I get to do video editing and stuff like that. All thanks to organizations like the It Gets Better Project and, you know, Twitch, streaming platform. It's nice. Welcome back, Brandon. What is the most elaborate Halloween costume you've ever done, Brandon? Safe for Work edition, of course. I do understand with our community, it does get a bit to the imagination. I understand. Oh, of course you come up that way. I had a feeling. Oh, darn. I'll try find a photo of it. But years ago, I decided to dress up as like a D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons bark skin, enchanted guy. I thought I looked pretty cool. Have eyeshadow mask. Oh, like George Clooney. You were Regina George 2 years ago? What a great Halloween costume. If I was to like camp it up, if I got invited to like parties and things, I would totally dress up as like... I'd do Wednesday Addams, I reckon. I think that would be fun. Was that a, what was it for the people? Wild. Edward Scissorhands with scars? Oh, that is so sick. Was Wednesday, I think that would be a really cool one. I'm not getting slugged. He totally saw me, right? Hi. And with scissor hands would be fun. I think the closest I've gotten to like hand props is do you know the witch from Left 4 Dead? I once did like a witch costume. It's the most scandalous I've ever looked, because I don't know if you guys know how the witch dresses. Oh, I tried to hit the locker. But I made these like prosthetic claws, and because I wanted to get let into clubs, because I used to do like the club circuit so I could take home prize money. Halloween was a very for-profit night back when I used to live in a city. And so obviously you can't bring weapons into clubs, and the witch has these we're talking costume sensible salad. Safe for work, of course. But massive witch claws. And to make it so it wasn't like weaponizable in any sense, there was no like wood or metal rods or anything installed in my claws. I had fashioned them out of like stuck together bits of A4 paper and then wrapped around in like basically a liquid latex dip. And like layers and layers of that over the next couple of days. And they were sort of like these rubbery, they were fully like elongatable and stuff like that, but they were rubbery to the touch. And so most of the night was just people going, oh my god, what is this? And they're like, can you just do that? And I was like, yeah, sure. Because it made no sense at all. That sounds cool. It was cool. It was a profitable night too. 900 Australian dollars. Not bad, not bad. 3 victories total. I won a few times, yeah. I could have won more, but also I was getting anxious because people kept stopping me in the streets. I don't mean to like not be humble about it, that's just how it was. I don't do good with crowds, so it is so much fun. I will find a photo of this bark skin moment I had. I think it's on my Facebook. I'll do my best to hide my government name, etc. I look carefully. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I scroll. Oh, there we go. That works. This was me as Barkskin Enchanted Guy. This was fun. I used actual bark, obviously, and dried flower petals and stuff to line my face. I felt very pretty. Very pretty. She was a maid, but old maiden type of maid, complete with cheap. Oh my god, I love that sensible salad. It was very fun doing, and the great thing is that the bark wasn't at all etched onto my skin. I had fashioned it almost like a pseudo like armor plate on the front of a brown shirt, so it all blended. What I really want to do one day, because this is kind of my area. I'm obsessed with like latex makeup and prosthetics. I really want to do a clicker cosplay, but I don't have the drive to like fashion and craft, like workshop craft. I can kind of only like stick stuff. But this was fun. This is one of my favorite Halloween costumes I've ever worn. The person I was dating at the time, we went out for a photo shoot on to go back home. It was a lovely night. It was incredible. Thank you. It gets better. What do you think of the? I don't suppose you caught the essay. Do we approve? Is it good? Please praise. We ready up? Ready up? Oh, we're ready up. Oh yeah, but that kind of thing's like really fun to me, and I wish I could just do it like every other day. Like in another universe where my skin could put up with like makeup application heavily, I'd probably be in some form of drag entertainment. Or just like doubling down on like prosthetics. I love horror makeup. When I went to like makeup school, which you don't need to do, by the way, don't do it. It's a waste of money. Unless you want to go into wedding makeup, in which case you need that qualification. I loved doing like prosthetic design and special effects makeup. And unfortunately, the only sort of area of work in Australia at the time that was like reliable was wedding makeup, and that was not for me, because it's not just applying like the current Kim Kardashian look, right? Lots of makeup, no makeup look. You kind of have to be whoever's ear. You know, with weddings, especially heteronormative weddings specifically, comes a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama. And so you might be doing the makeup of like bridesmaid. It's not the bride's day, it's the bridesmaid's day. And oh, everything is going wrong. It's there you get to learn lots of jealousy. There's like bubbles, so everyone's like a little bit, you know, under the influence, having a bit of fun, except it's not fun because it's a wedding. And yeah, so that line of work was not for me. Beauty makeup was not for me. I couldn't do it. In terms of like reliable stuff. But at least I got to keep my special effects makeup talent. Weddings are very stressful. I agree, Brandon. I agree. I should try tattooing? No. I don't think I shall. Because the thing is, I've got like 1.5 hands. I don't know if you guys have seen my scars all over my... It's like fully functional, but sometimes it's not fully functional. Due to scar, like just years and years of scar tissue that's never going to die down. You know, I could never be a tattooist because I'm left-handed. And I don't want to practice being right-handed. And it's just not it's not what I'm invested in. I'm invested in writing now. I love writing things. Because I feel like whatever I write down is a lot better than what I can convey from my mouth at any given, like, on-the-minute situation. Like, sincerely, I adore writing. We don't need to elaborate on that at this time. We might dive into that in a future date. Today is all about Halloween and Uka Spooka. Has anyone seen Tim Curry, The Worst Witch? That one Halloween song. I love vibes like that during Halloween. And sort of more in line with like trick-or-treating and stuff. I would have loved to be in America still for like a proper Halloween. Because we don't, in the ANZ region, we don't celebrate Halloween at all. Apart from like costume competitions, as mentioned before, on the club circuits. Which isn't a space for everyone. But yeah, outside of like the suburbia areas of Australia, It's not too involved, and it's only about an hour for every person venturing out. And the candy yield is not great. It's pretty sad. It's a ghost face, is it? Did you see? Oh, I can... Sorry, the UI. Right. Oh, I love that chase music. I'm so sad that they, changed the actual chase. I really like the sound. You got a good eye, hardcore sense. I don't. None the wiser. This would be like a really good map for Ghostface, right? So I don't get jump scared. Oh, it'll happen. Dredger's got to me a few times tonight. We were playing earlier. I feel like Dredge is really good at the jump scare. All the dun dun. Yeah, it's the locker for me. First of all, how dare. Second of all, how dare. Third of all, how dare. That was not the button I meant to press. My apologies. Oh, I'm not going so hot. I love it, especially when it's from far away, because like there's kind of like a comedic goofiness to Ghosty when he's doing that. He's just like, hello. They really captured oh yeah, Xenomorph is spectacular in this game. I don't like the chase music. They keep changing the chase music to be like this sort of boring percussion thing. Otherwise, I think Xenomorph has had a lot of justice done to them. She's beautiful. Especially the Xenomorph Queen. Oh, and Ripley 8. The inclusion of Ripley 8 from one of the maybe the worst Alien films. Definitely down the low there. They at least try to expand on the whole Ripley concept without, you know, going the route of... There's a trope because I think the trope is called, like, it's not called Jesusification, something like that. Where essentially the protagonist becomes that to God. You wanted Ripley to be a killer? Would that work? Oh yeah, Ripley 8? Could totally. Ripley 8 has the capacity. But I'm happy Ripley 8 is included at all because I think, you know, the whole telepathic element of them is so spectacular and magical and strange and sci-fi and like horror, and how like Ripley 8 comes upon all of the failed experiments in that one scene, and it's like this sort of body horror excellence in what is a pretty terrible movie. You'd be buying the Alien chapter. Ooh, interesting. See what I mean? It's just like, hi. Did I see Candyman? Which version? The original? Yes. The remake? No. Sweet sugar Candyman. I kind of want to take a hook for this Ada Wong. I feel bad. That was a bad idea. I don't know why I did that. Find the hex? What do you mean? That was hex? What do you mean? Ooh, Ada is gutsy. I love that for her. There's Noed? There's no Noed. There's no Noed. I was just exposed already. Right. Leon should be so lucky to get a rocket launcher from Ada Wong. We gotta talk more about, like, I think Resident Evil especially is in, like, the realm of camp. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a gorgeous, beautiful mess. But I think, like, when it comes to survival horrors, I don't know if many of you have heard of Haunting Ground. Yeah, that one. That's a great line. I love Jill in 3 Remake. Spectacular. God tier. Everything. Never seen before. I'm coming, Ada Wong, to do a massage. For one puzzle guy. Yes, but I like the story it tells. It's sort of like, it's still very current, especially today, and this might be a touchy subject for a lot of people. Bodily autonomy, specifically amongst those with those who are feminine. Feminine bodily autonomy, which is just, it's a huge topic of contention. But I love what Haunting Ground does. Every character is sort of pursuing this perception of bodily autonomy from the protagonist. Oh, it's just so well done. And the chase music is... oh, it's so good. I would love more people to play it. It's kind of like an unknown Capcom title. I think Nicolas Cage is dead. Let's just... we go. Could the menu possibly... it is a horror movie. It's absolutely a horror movie. It obviously, there's a lot of... I would say also like dark comedy elements. But yeah, no, I think that's a great example of like a final girl getaway, for sure. We'll play like a couple more games and then we'll watch our little essay all over again and have it like a great old time. Or maybe we could watch it right now. And I'm gonna fill up my water. I'll do that for you guys. You guys enjoy? Hi guys. Hi everybody. Please enjoy. This essay is called Why the LGBTQIA+ Loves Horror. If you haven't already seen it, it is barely touching on the subject of, you know, queer communities and why a lot of us gravitate towards horror so much, why we love it so much, why we eat it up. So I hope that sheds a little bit of light. I hope that encourages a little bit of discussion. This is very fun to make. I'm gonna go grab water while you guys watch that, okay? So I'll be right back. You guys will have fun.
The horror genre and the queer community couldn't be a better official couple success story. Can't have one without the other.
Oh, no, you don't, honey.
Michael Myers is on a second bowl of alphabet soup before committing to a gory one-shot montage, while Carolyn makes goose sounds in a sfinty way. The fit is so smooth, just like in your favorite fanfiction, or that one Ghostface. It's in this particular rainbow, culturally, commonly, expectedly, so much more than its ability to provide excitement or adrenaline from the jump scare. Let's briefly explore that together, the jump scare too. Yeah, it's somewhere. Will it be during a long pause, or will it be thrown at you mid-sentence? The horror genre is inherently queer-coded, be it through the themes we can immediately associate with societal taboo, camp elements giving it lifeblood, and meme sustainability, the allowance to say, good for her, when she probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm married! The uncomfortable hypergore, or personifications of traumatic disadvantage a lot of people under the LGBTQIA+ umbrella face. What's behind the door? The LGBTQIA+ community lives with some form of that dread, even on a really good day. Speaking of lives, final girl, what the media really loves is a sole survivor. Girly pop, icon, outfit, serving. She might be a little bit different. She might just be trying to get home after a rough day. Breaking a time loop. This is all queer-coded, believe it or not. Whether it's perceived as a symbol of feminine empowerment or a victim evading regressive attitudes, there is typically resolution in catharsis, even with a twist ending or a sequel. This resonates. Be it the big bad or the hero, this is all entertainment. Horror gaming is in fact another form of entertainment.
That's Danny.
Which can, in fact, include everything we've brought up so far, and then some. Examples such as any Resident Evil.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
And even more recent entries such as any Resident Evil.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
Illustrate this perfectly. But when speaking horror gaming, we also factor in classic video gameisms like player immersion, co-op availability, and player versus player. Who's playing games like League of Legends and Overwatch 2 after 1 AM? If you're not a uni student doing this, you're probably a little bit LGBTQIA+.
Back on the topic of horror gaming, instead of reading you to boots filth the house boots down the house of boots, that's your house, the boots house boots.
Watching others react to these situations is now more readily accessible than ever. The world of streaming, seeing others get jump scared like you did moments ago, approach a puzzle in a way you wouldn't, speedrun entire games that took you hours in minutes, or even play a game you're too scared to touch. It all has that potential to be cathartic and exciting. And since we're on that conversation, Dead by Daylight, love it or hate it, you're definitely playing it. Dead by Daylight is a simple concept. 4 versus 1, player versus player. The survivors are tasked with the main objective, which is to power up generators for a climactic escape, just like in the movies. The unknown threat or killer has to perform the act of sacrificing said survivors to appease the entity. The survivors are all archetypes based on characters you'd see die in a horror film. The builder, the fighter, the racist. Steve. It's the same with killers, some taking inspirations from classics to the actual classics. Dead by Daylight is this interesting LGBTQ+ situation where it's actually a common occurrence to just be grouped up with or go against someone who knows the importance and impact of Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. I've yet to experience another game with that kind of drop-in
Hi, gay.
encounter. Or a drag entertainer who hasn't played at least 1,000 hours of it and doesn't like Fireball. Yeah, even when it came to my own streamer journey.
Whoopsie. What was that? I quit.
Before I was drowning my plants in Fae Farm or judging the depths in Game of the Year Dredge, Dead by Daylight is how I managed to meet some presently very near and dear friends of mine, all part of the rainbow. But why bring all this up? Well, I think horror is often a relatable escape, a community event, a Friday night we can all look forward to, the thing that sparks interest in the month of October, Halloween costume plans, an inclusive pastime, a common space and discussion of leisure for the adult queer community that is alcohol optional. Maybe the reason why it resonates so closely with the LGBTQIA+ community is because at its center, it's this thing that was made for all of us over years spanning before we were born. This shared experience where we find ways to let off steam from the emotional baggage of just being able to exist as our most authentic selves.
Welcome back, guys. How are we feeling? How are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling? How are we doing? Did we get water? Did we get educated? Did we get uneducated? Ooh, even better. Great. Welcome in, Neil. Good to see you. I think you already been welcomed in, but welcome again. New fun memes to notice each time. I want to add a few more to like the final version. But I'm glad you're catching on. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Once again, I had such a blast making it. And I'm like, oh my god. What a great excuse to have a platform to do all that on. That's awesome. Zila, welcome in. How's it going? How are you? Doo-doo. I think sometimes, you know, especially when it comes to, hi vegan, welcome. It's good to see you. How's it going? It's going really good, thank you. We're flexing our video essay roots on It Gets Better project. Having a blast. You found me? I see you. We see each other. How have you been? Also, Zila and Vegan, what are your favorite horror movies? I would love to know. There's quite a few tonight that I haven't actually watched. Namely Saw. I haven't seen Saw. You did a follow? Fantastic. There's some awesome content creators on here. I'm sorry that I can't quite catch the notifications. I'm an old... no, I'm not. I'm a millennial. I'm a millennial dealing with technology I don't quite understand all the time. But hey! Hey! I've read it up, by the way. There we go. I was gonna say. Saw is not your favorite... You're scared of Saw. Okay. Fantastique. Ooh, I googled that one. I'm not sure what that one is. Excuse me? Oh, 2005. Oh, is there contortionism? I love contortionist work. You know, what was his name? Alexander Skarsgård? Was that Pennywise? Whoever played Pennywise was a contortionist as well. Oh, boy. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That's fun. Okay, I might look into that one. I have to ask, Vegan, have you seen The Fall of the House of Usher? A Vittorio? I don't think I've seen a Vittorio all night. They're rare. Oh, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. Follow the House of Usher. It's very recent. I watched half of it on the plane to Vegas TwitchCon and half of it on the way back. And, oh, wow. Wow. Magnificent. Completely. Hi, Hebe. Good to see you. Yes. Welcome in. We're on It Gets Better project. Talking about... What's your favorite horror movie, by the way? We'll start there. What's your favorite horror movie, Hebe? What a surprise. Sorry, I'm a bit nasally and unwell, but it's nice to be here with you all the same. I hope our future encounters are into better states of health. Yes. Yes, yes. We're getting this map a lot. Oh no. We've had this map once tonight. What's a pyramid head? Cool, 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 cool. Immediately going for the upstairs gen. Like a campy, quotable horror movie. So you would quite like Happy Death Day to You? I am lactose intolerant. Or the iconic, You're... That one. That's a fun one. What I also really love about Happy Death Day to You is that it's very feelings heavy. It's super emotional for like a slasher film. Lots of like... Oh, vegan, I'm sorry for both of those things. Scream I scrump. Scrump I scram. I was just there to reassure just in case. Cause you never know. Oh, that's fair. Oh! I forgot they can just go around. The little things like that. That's wild. Sorry. Water. Ooh. Let's talk the worst horror movies we've ever seen. I think it's the adaptation of What Lies in the Tall Grass. There was no need to make that a whole movie. That could be like an episode. In like an anthology series or something like that. That had no right to be a whole movie. What a boring movie. The Pet Sematary remake, I liked that one. I liked what they did. Oh, the Human Centipede? Ah, fair. A lot of people love that film. Oh, language, Hebe, language. 1 second. Guys, let's keep it nice and friendly. Okay. Right. Okay. Understand. No, 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 vegan, you're fine. It's Hebe. This is it's quite a general thing, so. I would like to formally apologize to It Gets Better Project. The swears were not intentional. And they will not happen maybe again. It really oh, not that, Tom. That's fantastic. It's okay, it's okay. We move on, guys. We move on. We move on. Yeah, the changes. So you didn't like the change? I think the major change was the roles that the kids played in the film. Were extremely. Oh, that's gonna hit me. Oh. I shouldn't have done that. I can see that. Also, I preferred the sort of the puppetry of the classic movies cat. I thought that was more charming. I've seen The Visit. What happens in The Visit? Is it anything like The Strangers? Because that movie is wild. Some really unsettling one-liners. You were home. Ora! Was the other day pretty... I don't think I've seen The Visit. What about Extraterrestrial? Was it called that? Was this movie about, like... alien abductions, and... I think what scared me the most is that the protagonist doesn't survive in the end. And that scared me, that terrified me. Welcome in, DZ, how's it going? How are you? How am I? I'm good. Feeling under the weather, but otherwise... stellar. I'm glad I've gotten to showcase stuff. Fun stuff. I mean, it's always fun here. It's always fun here. Remember last time we were here talking about K-Day at theme parks, at Disney parks. And that was an absolute joy. You don't want me, I taste awful. Darn. No, it was a... I think it was literally just like a super scary alien abduction movie. And again, I was so sad when the protagonist makes it that far, gets abducted. And then the ending is horrible. It's them getting abducted, going through all of like the tests and then the ejection. The in-sky ejection. Terrifying film. I hated that one. Whatever it was called. The most graphic abduction scenes. I see. I can see that. Ooh, speaking of, because we've already talked about Pet Sematary not being someone's favorite, Hebe's. What did we think of, like, the old portrayal of, the movie portrayal of Pennywise versus the two-part remake without Tim Curry? I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Haven't seen part 2? Oh, you should if you can. Yeah, it was pretty wild, wasn't it? The first one you enjoyed, also the Stephen King movies. There's just something, again, super camp about Tim Curry. Anything Tim Curry does is so good. Space! Bless. Tim Curry in anything is good. Once again, Worst Witch, Tim Curry's little cameo at the end of that. I think he's like the headmaster wizard or something like that. And then he just breaks into a musical number. Have you had a look at my tambourine? Winter time is okay. Summertime is a bore. What a skilled actor. It's great. I like how we've like segued and like veered off the path into like Tim Curry territory. I love Tim Curry. Icon. Also a horror icon though. There's some awesome horror icons. I think obviously right now, Carla Gugino, horror icon. I hate how the industry doesn't acknowledge that, you know, horror movies and actors and such should be like getting awards and stuff like that for, you know, their work. I'm still fuming at Toni Collette not taking home anything for you know, Hereditary. She was so fantastic in that. In Ferngully. Ferngully was wild. Oh, I love this cosmetic on Thalita. Very cool. I like the skeleton stockings. Very cute. Should we dress up a bit spookier as well? I mean, we don't have very many spooky outfits because it's Jonah. I mean, that's kind of spooky, but not really. We'll go the full space version and just have those that silly visor. Oh, it's awful. I hate this. Ooh, spooky. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have the a gorgeous Shiba Inu from Silent Hill 2 charm that came with the, I think it was James and Maria. You still need to see Hereditary. You have to be in the right state of mind for it. It's a movie, for example, I would never show my mum Hereditary. I don't think my mum would be able to process a movie like Hereditary. I loved what it gave. I couldn't watch it again. There's too much shock to me, unfortunately. I love the idea of it, though. Your mom loved horror movies? My nan was a convert. She used to... So back when I worked at McDonald's years ago, I had like a metal phase, and it was also when I was getting older. Like I was 15, and then I was having like sort of like these questions of like my own identity. And after work, I just wanted to, you know, or be part of the crowd, and they were all metalheads at my work. They loved metal. I loved metal as well. But they all watched like horror films. I loved vampire films. Like, doesn't matter if it was good or bad, I would watch it. I watched 30 Days of Night with my nana. She was worried about me. She was worried for me. She was scared for me. Roll down a year or two later, where we're kind of like, we've sort of like become truer to ourselves, both of us. My nan, for those, she comes from an age where like, she comes not like an age. She comes from a generation that didn't really express gender fluidity outside of like Halloween costumes. But my nan, I think these days, would be gender fluid. She loved horror. Down the road, she loved it. She was more obsessed with horror than I was. Still didn't listen to metal music. That wasn't for her. She was very much like a Rod Stewart, Barry Manilow. Blech. Old people stuff. Old people stuff that isn't Kate Bush. But yeah, she talked to me about like the Saw films. I still haven't seen the Saw films. My nan said my nan was iconic. Before the we have, oh, it's Myers. Oh god, it's our first Michael Myers. Happy Halloween. Can we get ones in chat for Happy Halloween? Twos in chat for Trick or Treat. Ooh. Jigsaw's voice is amazing. I agree completely. And yeah, she was awesome until you know, unfortunately, Alzheimer's dementia happened for her. Got really rough. Got really rough in the end. But I'd like to think, if she was still all there, like she was a huge Marvel fan as well. She used to do the things like, well, not even just like Marvel. I'd be like, here's Serenity. Here's the entire season of Serenity. She'd watch it in one night. Wait, not Serenity, Firefly. She'd watch the whole series in one night. And then I was like, oh, that's really quick of you. Go watch Serenity. I feel like Serenity has some wonderful horror elements in it. With the, It's Mr. Myers. I think Mike Myers was my first jump scare. No, that's a lie. My first jump scare in Dead by Daylight was the Doctor. Because you know how the Doctor creates those hallucinations where he's just standing there. Well, I thought that was player controlled, and I'm like, oh, you're getting into it. That's so scary. Your first jump scare was a generator? Mine was probably... if not the Doctor, then definitely Myers walking From out of the screen. Woohoo. But I like your honesty there. Generate a jump scare. It's real. It's a real thing. You got jump scared by Amanda a few days ago. She does that. Dredge has gotten us a few times tonight. Dredge is a nasty piece of work. You know? Also, you played killer when you started people would hide at pallets and jump scare them right into your face. Oh my god. So is this like a scratched mirror Myers or? Maybe scratched mirror situation. Oh my god, really? All the lights heard commotion came out. Oh my god, and now look at you. You went to Vegas TwitchCon. That's very unwell. Same. We are putting pressure on these gens pretty well, in my opinion. Fantastic. What's really sad is because I run a lazy build. My exhaust skill is overcharge. I have any means, I have reassurance, and I have stakeout because I don't like to look at skill checks. Myers is not triggering any stacks of stakeout whatsoever because it's Myers, so sad. Natalita, better get that gen finished. I mean, I don't know too much about my father. Can you tell I was lacking a father figure in my life? My father did love Killer Instinct, which when I was a kid was quite graphic and scary. Like all the Mortal Kombats and stuff like that. I was more curious than anything. And my dad made Spinal, who was this sort of sentient Viking skeleton thing. No, it's cool. It's cool, Neil. I became my own father figure. Years of therapy. Yeah. Healthy eating. Regular hydration. Friends. Friends. Ooh. Yes, because it's Halloween, we need to ask you guys. Also, is it officially Halloween for you guys? It's the 31st here in Australia. Which means it's Halloween today. What's your favorite piece of candy? be it like a chocolate bar or, you know, candy, like taffy, boiled lolly, etc. I kept seeing it while I was in Vegas, but I love Butterfingers so much. I'm so jealous they never really caught on in Australia. You can still get them, but you can't like get varieties of Butterfinger. I love Butterfinger. Peanut butter chocolate is a godly combo. I like Reese's as well. Fun fact. What do you reckon, Noed? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? I was thinking maybe Noed. I had a feeling that he'd do that. You'll better open that gate. Better open that gate right up. I want to get it right out of here. We gotta go. We gotta go. Fantastic. What do you reckon? Successfully escaped Mr. Myers. Oh, I had no hooks. I could have totally hung around. My bad. I forgot he never hooked me. That's wild. Now, on the half-hour mark, I think we might actually watch the video essay again. You guys mind rewatching it so much? Is it too much? Do you guys mind? You enjoy? Okay, great. Yeah, we'll do that. You enjoy it? Okay, fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry, DC. My dad, I don't mean to like trauma dump, my dad fully did a runner when I was a kid. Came back for a little bit, but then was like gone again. And my mum wasn't perfect. I will not elaborate, because if she ever sees this stream, she'll be like, so, you were talking garbage about me. Helped to sort of understand, like, behaviors. You have a nice voice? Halifax Cloud, you have a nice voice, actually. It's true. It's true. I have a cold flu thing. That's what my voice is normally very high pitched. For example, hey, how's it going? This is my voice. It's just a filter. See? It's a filter. See, it's a filter. It's a filter. I hope in the future that, I mean, this is the closest that Jonah has to an avatar. I mean, you could argue that the Infiltrator gear is essentially Silent Bob. But like, Halifax, welcome in. Welcome into the It Gets Better Project channel. What's your favorite horror movie? I would love to know. What is your fave? I'm learning a lot about people tonight. Ooh. No crying. No, we're having a celebration. Celebratory. Super fun time. There's no need to be doing that. You got this. Right, and I think after this match, we'll rewatch the video essay portion of the stream. It's fun. It's fun. You guys want a couple minutes break? Make a video essay. Done. Easy. Everyone has fun. They enjoy your studio voice, and you get to go grab more water. Oh! Guys! So I don't know, and all of you people that play Dead by Daylight in America, you guys get Weskers all the time. We don't get Weskers too often. This is the first Wesker we've had, both from my stream and in the It Gets Better project stream. That's wild. I love Wesker games, and they're like a Blight, but a bit more manageable. I mean, Blight's also really fun. Really, yeah. Really, really. Haven't seen a Wesker all week? Oh, wow. Wesker in US... Oh, I know. I watch a lot of DVD streamers. You see it all the time. Here in Australia, it's usually like Nemesis and Huntress. It's been quite varied tonight, to be honest. I've seen a lot of Oni. Is Oni on special or something? Spider? Spider? Outback Spider. Does anyone have a favorite Resident Evil? I'm glad we live in a generation where we're a little more comfortable to say our favorite Resident Evil is Code Veronica. Resident Evil 4? Ooh, original or remake? They're different. They're different games. 3-gen chase. Beautiful job, Dwight. Original. That pioneered a subgenre of horror games. I remember for a hot minute in like the, I think it was the mid to late 2000s, there was like a lot of like third-person tank control horror games, survival horror games. Oh, you're fun. You're a fun one.
Just accept
Dino Crisis Parasite Eve. I prefer that, especially like as a viewer. I prefer to watch that kind of survival horror be an experience, especially because a lot of streamers on Twitch play with like mouse and keyboard when it comes to those like third-person FPS style survival horrors. And oh, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna lift that palette. It's a lot easier to like keep track of. has anyone heard of, like, there's some really weird ones. I think it's like it's like this game. It's like a point-and-click adventure with horror elements. There's like this cults of druidic practitioners. And you sort of play like a detective investigating it. I like how all the boxes are on one side of the map. Never heard of it? I forgot what it's called. Probably for the best. Sounds cool. It's old school. It's really old school. Kodelka? I haven't. The closest I've played to like a horror RPG, and it's not really. It's just a very dark fantasy. And that would be, A Vagrant Story. Probably. Anyone play Vagrant Story? Old school is where to go. You're an old school horror gamer? I love that. I mean, I cannot relate. I've mentioned both of my favorite horror games that I've played myself, and they're pretty recent. Oh, you're good at that. Ooh, what about the original Clock Tower? Was it Clock Tower? Is that what I'm thinking of? With the scissor guy? Where like there's like a lot of insta-deaths, and it's more of like a experiential funhouse of horror stuff. Hauntings. Hauntings! I would say my favorite, one of my favorite horrors to watch as like a spectator, I love to see a streamer's first time playing Silent Hill 4. I didn't truly grasp the appeal of Silent Hill 4 until I watched another streamer play it. And just seeing that the methods they go through, like what items they keep, what items they don't pick up, how explorable they get, what they think, their reaction to Eileen escort missions. Whoa. Religious horror. I love Faith the Unholy Trinity. We know that. We know this. I'm obsessed. Hi, Matt Hole Plays. How's it going? How are you? We're nearly out of this game, and I think we're gonna watch our little video game essay again. A little horror essay I present to thee. How are you, Matt Hall? You recovered from being so awesome and fun and cool. Watching this pro gamer, I don't play this game. Someone came into my chat earlier tonight and did like exclamation mark rank, and I'm like, DBD has a ranking? What? Back to normal now. I wish I got longer to hang out with you at TwitchCon. You're so fun, and your salt and pepper hair was so spectacular. And like goals. We leave? We gorgeously leave? Gorgeously. Just get old like you did? running on the spot. Alright guys, we are gonna watch a little presentation I made that sort of opens up the conversation of why the LGBTQIA+ loves horror. We've watched it a few times tonight. We're kind of watching it like every half an hour or so. Just to get more water. I'm under the weather. Also, people don't seem to mind rewatching it, and people don't seem to mind watching it the first time. Let me know your thoughts if you haven't seen it yet. And please enjoy. Please enjoy. No Pepsi Max.
The horror genre and the queer community couldn't be a better official couple success story. Can't have one without the other.
Oh no, you don't, honey!
Michael Myers is on a second bowl of alphabet soup before committing to a gory one-shot montage, while Carolyn makes goose sounds in a sfinty way. The fit is so smooth, just like in your favorite fanfiction, or that one Ghostface. It's in this particular rainbow, culturally, commonly, expectedly, so much more than its ability to provide excitement or adrenaline from the jump scare. Let's briefly explore that together, the jump scare too. Yeah, it's somewhat. Will it be during a long pause, or will it be thrown at you mid-sentence? The horror genre is inherently queer-coded, be it through the themes we can immediately associate with societal taboo, camp elements giving it lifeblood, and meme sustainability, the allowance to say, good for her, when she probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm married! The uncomfortable hypergore, or personifications of traumatic disadvantage a lot of people under the LGBTQIA+ umbrella face. What's behind the door? The LGBTQIA+ community lives with some form of that dread, even on a really good day. Speaking of lives, Final Girl, what the media really loves is a sole survivor. Girly pop, icon, outfit, serving. She might be a little bit different. She might just be trying to get home after a rough day. Breaking a time loop. This is all queer-coded, believe it or not. Whether it's perceived as a symbol of feminine empowerment or a victim evading regressive attitudes, there is typically resolution in catharsis, even with a twist ending or a sequel. This resonates. Be it the big bad or the hero, this is all entertainment. Horror gaming is in fact another form of entertainment.
That's Danny.
Which can, in fact, include everything we've brought up so far, and then some. Examples such as any Resident Evil.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
And even more recent entries such as any Resident Evil.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
Illustrate this perfectly. But when speaking horror gaming, we also factor in classic video gameisms like player immersion, co-op availability, and player versus player. Who's playing games like League of Legends and Overwatch 2 after 1 AM? If you're not a uni student doing this, you're probably a little bit LGBTQIA+.
Back on the topic of horror gaming, instead of reading you to boots filth the house boots down the house of boots, that's your house, the boots house boots.
Watching others react to these situations is now more readily accessible than ever. The world of streaming, seeing others get jump scared like you did moments ago, approach a puzzle in a way you wouldn't, speedrun entire games that took you hours in minutes, or even play a game you're too scared to touch. It all has the potential to be cathartic and exciting. And since we're on that conversation, Dead by Daylight, love it or hate it, you're definitely playing it. Dead by Daylight is a simple concept. 4 versus 1, player versus player. The survivors are tasked with the main objective, which is to power up generators for a climactic escape, just like in the movies. The unknown threat or killer has to perform the act of sacrificing said survivors to appease the entity. The survivors are all archetypes based on characters you'd see die in a horror film. The builder, the fighter, the racist. Steve. It's the same with killers, some taking inspirations from classics to the actual classics. Dead by Daylight is this interesting LGBTQ+ situation where it's actually a common occurrence to just be grouped up with or go against someone who knows the importance and impact of Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. I've yet to experience another game with that kind of drop-in encounter. Or a drag entertainer who hasn't played at least 1,000 hours of it and doesn't like Fireball. Even when it came to my own streamer journey. Whoopsie, what was that?
I would quit.
Before I was drowning my plants in Fey Farm or judging the depths in Game of the Year Dredge, Dead by Daylight is how I managed to meet some presently very near and dear friends of mine, all part of the rainbow. But why bring all this up? Well, I think horror is often a relatable escape, a community event, a Friday night we can all look forward to, the thing that sparks interest in the month of October, Halloween costume plans, an inclusive pastime, a common space and discussion of leisure for the adult queer community that is alcohol optional. Maybe the reason why it resonates so closely with the LGBTQIA+ community is because at its center, it's this thing that was made for all of us over years spanning before we were born. This shared experience where we find ways to let off steam from the emotional baggage of just being able to exist as our most authentic selves.
Welcome back. Hi. Yeah, Malif, I'm glad you like that. I'm like, That's one of my favorite parts too. You loved it? Fantastic, Matt Hall. Matt Hall, what is your favorite horror? Did you say it was Scream? I think it was Ian that said it was Scream. Are you cooler than Ian? It is Scream. Okay, so that was you. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Whoa. But yeah, that just kind of opens the discussion. It just kind of opens the discussion. I think there's a lot to it. It really fascinates me because it didn't start hitting me until my adulthood. What's my favorite horror? There's a couple. There's a couple. I would say if I'm going towards the side of my brain that loves allegories that I can relate to directly, it would be The Ritual. I love that film. It's a slow burn allegory for like post-traumatic stress disorder and all the things surrounding that. The trauma of that. Or Nope. I really love Nope. Nope is, it's not like a scary film, but you have to understand, one of my other favorite films is Arrival. And I love Arrival and Nope because it reminds me of kind of like, just like a chill, I don't know if anyone's heard of like SCPs. Like just like that kind of monster observation. I love stuff like that. And so Nope was that like Arrival formula without the sort of like love story and tragedy between it. It was just like people getting together to capture, like Pokemon Snap, this horrid behemoth of a thing. I love Nope. Just so much. I've watched this so many times. Welcome by. Aya, hello. So I think we'll do a couple of games and then I'll subject it to you one more time. And then our window in the It Gets Better project stream will be done. I will of course be back. This is so fun. I never want It Gets Better project to end, ever. It's so fun. Every time I get to come on here and do something a little different, I have a blast. You guys are awesome. Aya, did you sleep? Good morning. But yeah, no, Neil, you did say, so that video will be up for public consumption. Once I've just added like little, like maybe a couple more funnies in there, just to like spruce it up a bit. And also I need to ask Dear a couple of things as well. Dear is a timeless meme, you'll see. So, and I like Dear a lot, and I respect them, so. Near and dear to us. Dear is near and dear to us. It's just the same, right, it's like 3:42 AM in Australia. Of course this is the same Vittorio. Near. Whoa. I mean, that's a great example of like a non-horror thing that has a lot of horror elements. The horror of just embracing humanity, even with that one scene. I kind of don't want to. It's kind of gross. It's kind of like make you sick, gross. Not even existential crisis. Do you remember the birthing moment there with the screams? Yeah, that's a bit of a horror moment in a non-horror game. Like if a lot of people who haven't even heard of Drakengard, which the series is kind of coming off in its own way, generationally. Which I would consider Drakengard a horror game. Like it's fully, like that is a hyper gory horror game for sure. It's not necessarily incredible. Like it's more shock value than anything. But what it cascaded into, like Nier Automata. Golden. So yeah, once we hit the end of our It Gets Better project window, we'll watch the video one more time. I know, so many times. But again, I'm having so much fun. And then we'll raid into one of our ambassadors if they're online, and if they aren't, I mean they are. Americans are awake at this time. It just makes sense. I had so much fun. I had so much fun with you guys tonight. I'm still having fun with you guys. And yeah, next time we're probably going to be playing Farming Sims. Because I don't think I've done Farming Sims on It Gets Better project yet. We have done... What have we done? We have done Dreamlight Valley. Oh, that's a Farming Sim. It's Farming Sim adjacent. We have done... What was it? Wonder something? The theme park simulator that I forgot the name of. It's a good time. They recently got Halloween DLC as well. I have to check that one out again. And now Dead by Daylight. You know what game I really want to play? This is not horror or anything. I just really want to play Mario Wonder. That's the only game that's been on my mind lately. I'm like, I did unpack my Switch. This is justified. I could justify this. Dropping pallets already? Ooh, an agriculture? Oh, that's fascinating. You guys will have to help me out with that one, because I don't know much about agriculture. Except for, like, historical roots in my ancestry. And, you know, my indigenous heritage. You know what? That is enough. I've got my part covered. You guys help me cover the rest, okay? It's gonna be really fun. We'll do something. I'll figure it out. And then, He's scary. He's a scary guy. Ooh, so fast. And also, I'm pretty sure I will... Oh! I'm pretty sure I'll be live over at my channel for Dad Bod. At the usual time. To farewell. October. The planned time, of course. To farewell October. A wonderful ooky spooky October. I won't be in costume. I'll wear like a cute onesie, but you've seen all my onesies, so it's like, Also, it's meant to hit the 40s today in my area. Ooh! Not my last match being tunneled out. It's okay. Didn't want to play chase around the tree? Okay. That's okay. Well, he's just a scary little guy. He's funny when he's poking around through, like, doors. When he's just in plain sight and you didn't look his way, he's terrifying. You'll find. Oh! I think I'm on edge after that. Maurice should not... Okay, we get it, honey. Big, scary ghosty. I'm very dead. I'm very dead. What's this? Die, cheerleader, die. Oh, this is the part where I'm supposed to go on my death hook. Leaving me breathless. And the entity carries me away. Ooh, look at me. I'm a gross mass of spider legs. Eee. No, we're gonna do one more. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Sorry you guys had to witness that. My apologies. We'll see what Q is like. Because I definitely want to subject you again to that essay just one more time. Do I make myself clear? Good. Good and fun and good. Good and fun and good. Fun and good. Ah. Oh yeah, I guess I got one more question for you guys. In regards to like horror stuff. What scares you the most? If that's too traumatic, feel free to, you know, keep it to yourself if you don't feel comfortable conveying it. What scares you the most? That's a bit dark. No, let's do life. Okay, that's a bit more comical than I was hoping for. I'm like, oh man, no, I'm getting existential. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. That's not chill. That's not chill at all. Your own reflection. That one episode of Fall of House of Usher. Oh, when spiders are like on the wall. So this happened. So I'm not like scared. It's like unsettling because there's nothing I can do about it. I'm like out back adjacent. So whenever there's like a spider on the wall, like a big spider, and then I look away to go grab like something to collect it with, send it on its way, and I look back and it's gone. It's nowhere. And it's like, where did you crawl? This is a big open space. Where could you possibly be? You know? That's terrifying. That too, I'm very superstitious about that. If my sister pilots a vehicle in front of like a car that has things tied onto it, no, Michaela, Meg, no. 2 Megs. No, look, we're gonna chill. We're gonna chill. We're just gonna chill in lobby, okay? Gonna chill in lobby. And just chat with each other, okay? Logging trucks are nope, yeah. Or like trucks with like belted on construction things. Honestly, poorly holstered on mattresses on like trailers are terrifying as well, because they could just woof. You haven't even seen Final Destination? It's very... I like the idea of it. It's like sort of like the Grim Reaper's universe. That's a cool concept. The deaths in it are not... They're not even cautionary tales, they're just like, now this might happen to you. Like the pool vacuum, that's a horrible one. The notorious one that we've already mentioned, which was the log truck. The plane crash, all that stuff. Yeah, essentially, what you said. Like, it's not a cautionary tale or anything. Sort of like, you know, Fall of House of Usher, where they could have much better fates if they didn't like cave to their own greed or obsession. I guess is another facet of greed. Oh, one day we really have to deep dive into Fall of House of Usher. Once more of you have watched that show, I think. For now, let's watch the video essay one last time, and then send us to one of our gorgeous ambassadors, I think. Yes. Alright guys, enjoy. For those who haven't already seen this for the millionth time, this is just opening the conversation on why the LGBTQIA plus community loves horror, you know, gravitates towards it. It's commonly a talking point. You go on the gorgeous side of Twitch, where we all are. The horror genre, it's not even horror adjacent. The amount of us that play Dead by Daylight is absurd. Okay? Alright? Just for an example. Alright, let's go watch it. Enjoy! Enjoy, you guys. Enjoy. This is fun. Thank you, it gets better.
The horror genre and the queer community couldn't be a better official couple success story. Can't have one without the other.
Oh, no, you don't, honey.
Michael Myers is on a second bowl of alphabet soup before committing to a gory one-shot montage, while Carolyn makes goose sounds in a sfinty way. The fit is so smooth, just like in your favorite fanfiction, or that one Ghostface. It's in this particular rainbow, culturally, commonly, expectedly, so much more than its ability to provide excitement or adrenaline from the jump scare. Let's briefly explore that together, the jump scare too. Yeah, it's somewhere. Will it be during a long pause, or will it be thrown at you mid-sentence? The horror genre is inherently queer-coded, be it through the themes we can immediately associate with societal taboo, camp elements giving it lifeblood, and meme sustainability, the allowance to say, good for her, when she probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm married! The uncomfortable hypergore, or personifications of traumatic disadvantage a lot of people under the LGBTQIA plus umbrella face. What's behind the door? The LGBTQIA plus community lives with some form of that dread, even on a really good day. Speaking of lives, Final Girl, what the media really loves is a soul survivor. Girly pop, icon, outfit, serving. She might be a little bit different. She might just be trying to get home after a rough day. Breaking a time loop. This is all queer-coded, believe it or not. Whether it's perceived as a symbol of feminine empowerment or a victim evading regressive attitudes, there is typically resolution in catharsis, even with a twist ending or a sequel. This resonates. Be it the big bad or the hero, this is all entertainment. Horror gaming is in fact another form of entertainment.
That's Danny.
Which can, in fact, include everything we've brought up so far, and then some. Examples such as any Resident Evil.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
And even more recent entries such as any Resident Evil.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
Illustrate this perfectly. But when speaking horror gaming, we also factor in classic video gameisms like player immersion, co-op availability, and player versus player. Who's playing games like League of Legends and Overwatch 2 after 1 AM? If you're not a uni student doing this, you're probably a little bit LGBTQIA+.
Back on the topic of horror gaming, instead of reading you to boots filth the house boots down the house of boots, that's your house the boots house boots.
Watching others react to these situations is now more readily accessible than ever. The world of streaming, seeing others get jump scared like you did moments ago, approach a puzzle in a way you wouldn't, speedrun entire games that took you hours and minutes, or even play a game you're too scared to touch. It all has that potential to be cathartic and exciting. And since we're on that conversation, Dead by Daylight, love it or hate it, you're definitely playing it. Dead by Daylight is a simple concept. 4 versus 1, player versus player. The survivors are tasked with the main objective, which is to power up generators for a climactic escape, just like in the movies. The unknown threat or killer has to perform the act of sacrificing said survivors to appease the entity. The survivors are all archetypes based on characters you'd see die in a horror film. The builder, the fighter, the racist. Steve. It's the same with killers, some taking inspirations from classics to the actual classics. Dead by Daylight is this interesting LGBTQ+ situation where it's actually a common occurrence to just be grouped up with or go against someone who knows the importance and impact of Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. I've yet to experience another game with that kind of drop-in encounter. Or a drag entertainer who hasn't played at least 1,000 hours of it and doesn't like Fireball. Even when it came to my own streamer journey. Whoopsie, what was that? I quit. Before I was drowning my plants in Fae Farm or judging the depths in Game of the Year Dredge, Dead by Daylight is how I managed to meet some presently very near and dear friends of mine, all part of the rainbow. But why bring all this up? Well, I think horror is often a relatable escape, a community event, a Friday night we can all look forward to, the thing that sparks interest in the month of October, Halloween costume plans, an inclusive pastime, a common space and discussion of leisure for the adult queer community that is alcohol optional. Maybe the reason why it resonates so closely with the LGBTQIA+ community is because at its center, it's this thing that was made for all of us over years spanning before we were born. This shared experience where we find ways to let off steam from the emotional baggage of just being able to exist as our most authentic selves. Hey. Hi. Hi, hey. Oh, are they just ending? Oh, they're just ending. Okay. Maybe we do not rate that channel then. You want to rewatch Annihilation? It's fun. I really love that final sequence. It's beautiful. And the music is so alien and fun. It's a lot of fun in its own way. I guess we'll find someone else to rate then. How is Ready, Set, Ben doing? They're a good time. They're always a good time. Ready, Set, Ben's a good time. We're probably gonna rate them today. I think we'll have a look. Have a look just in case. We'll see how they're traveling with their stream.
It's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock, my friend.
Are you ending too? Help me. Help me.
That's not right.
Help me.
No.
We check, we double check.
That can't be right. Let me message Psyche. One sec.
Well, I think we can raid them. I'm feeling good about raiding them. They've only been live for now. Yeah, let's do that. That's sold. Come again and welcome in. Guys, if you're interested in seeing more stuff like that from our wonderful cast of content creators, please follow the It Gets Better Project channel. If you want to see me, I'm going live again tonight, I do believe. So probably about just a half a day from now. Ish. Half a day now, ish. I'll be live with, like, definitely not DBD. Definitely not. I got enough DBD for the month. But this was fun. We should do it more often. Let's raid. Ready, set, Ben. Fellow ambassador. Super, super duper cool, amazing person. For the raid message, I suppose we could do... Alright. We'll just copy this one. Just be like... We'll just do that. That's cute. Alright. Guys, I had so much fun. I know, I'm just repeating my messages, repeating my praise. I really did have a lot of fun, okay? Absolutely stellar. Had the best time ever. Thank you guys for enjoying it as much as you seem to do so. I appreciate that. That's good for my ego. You know, sometimes my ego doesn't want nothing to do with nobody. But when it comes to, like, my video editing, I love it. I love a good job. Did I have fun? Yes, I just said that. I'm going to brush my teeth. Maybe I'm going to shower, brush my teeth, and have a small nap before work. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right? I will... Bye, wife. Take it easy, guys. Take it so easy. Be safe. Endearing message about your sexuality and how it gets better. Because it does. Right? See ya.